morning. It's Monday morning. It's 7:25. Technically, let me see if I can fit you in the kitchen cabinet. I'm supposed to be at work in about 5 minutes, but I'm gonna be a few minutes late because I need to make my iced coffee. The lighting over here is horrendous. I don't know. Let's try and put you here. So I'm making my iced coffee. And by making it, I just need to put the creamer and the sugar in it. I'm using this cute little cup that a friend of mine made for me. A friend that I made through teaching 2 of her children. And that friend, Tiffany, was in my Cricut video. If you guys watched that, was watching my vlog last week, or the one that I uploaded over the weekend where I said I was gonna leave the classroom. And she told me that I needed to wait until her son, her youngest, not her youngest, until her next child, who's going to go into the 7th grade, is an 8th grader. So that means I gotta hold on for a couple years. So I'm gonna try just for you, Tiffany. So I'm making that, and then I'm going to grab my lunch and go. As far as the weekend, sorry you guys can't see my face. I'm trying to multitask, but I'm still here. As far as the weekend, I worked out on Saturday, ran errands, got my car washed, the usual, and then I didn't do anything else. I sat on the couch and watched the Downton Abbey movie, which sounds very old lady-ish, but it's the most relaxing thing to me. So I did that and watched a bunch of TV and did a bunch of nothing, and it was absolutely glorious. Yesterday I went to my little cousin's birthday party, had a massage that was painful but necessary. I had to go to a different massage therapist because mine was injured. Had the massage, went to the birthday party, came home, and that was it. So I'm just checking it right now because I know I probably won't vlog a whole lot in the classroom during the day because I don't have anything in particular planned. I'm not even 100% sure what we're about to do. I know a good portion of the day is promotion practice. Our 8th graders, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Our 8th graders promote on Thursday, and today and tomorrow and maybe Wednesday they have promotion practice, just so they know where to stand, how to sit, where to line up, all of that. And so that I know is happening for a chunk of the day today. And what we do after that, I couldn't tell you. It could be a day where I'm like, guys, let's play some games. Let's play Pictionary. So my coffee is made. It's time to go. And I also have a dentist appointment today. I have a meeting after school today about summer school, and then I have a dentist appointment. So I'm kind of busy. And Taylor and I need to make a video for our 8th graders. So I'm just saying good morning. Hi. May not see you for a while. So see ya when I see ya. Okay, it is 1 o'clock. I just finished lunch. We are on a very altered schedule. So my class is actually at PE right now. Normally PE happens first period for them, which is my prep period. But now we are in 6th period and I'm on my prep period. And I don't even have the will to figure out how to use this time productively because I'm just that tired. But yeah, guys, I don't even think I'm gonna talk much about what I'm doing in the classroom for the rest of the school year because I'm not doing anything. Like, the kids are really just getting a lot of free time because the reality is everybody's done. Like, the kids are done, I'm done. So they just kind of are entertaining themselves, and I'm just making sure they're staying safe and not hurting anyone. And so I always feel bad when I do that, like I'm not doing my job, but I don't know what we would be doing at this point. But I forgot to tell you this morning something that happened over the weekend, not school related at all, but just like, I don't know if interesting is the right word, but Saturday night at about 10:30, I took Riley out to use the bathroom for the last time, and Riley has gotten in the habit of, like, as soon as he steps out the door, he's just barking into the existence. So he barks, and then I, tell him to stop, and I look behind me and I notice that while Riley's using the bathroom, there's this car that's parked in front of my unit, and there's a man sitting in there. And in the car, you can see that there's like a lot of stuff, like just stuff is in the back of the car. And it's a car that I don't recognize. Like, I've never seen this car in the complex before, and not that I have all the cars memorized, but this one I just had never seen it. So I felt some kind of way about it, because I'm like, this man is just sitting in the car. The car's not running, his hazard lights aren't on, he doesn't appear to be waiting for anyone, he doesn't appear to just be on his phone really quickly, which I know is something common people do. So, and then my gut was just like, it's weird. So I go back inside the house and I call the police department and just say, it's not an emergency, but there's a car parked right outside of my condo. I don't recognize it from the complex. There's a man sitting in it. He doesn't seem to be doing anything in particular, and he has a bunch of stuff in the back of his car. And so the dispatcher's like, okay, I'll send a police officer out to kind of check it out. So they send a police officer out. By this point, I've gone out upstairs to kind of spy without being obvious, and I see the police officer talking to the man, and I can kind of hear a little bit of the conversation. You can tell that the person is annoyed, and the police officer's like, look, I don't want any problems, I'm just letting you know. And then the police officer leaves. And by this point, I've also texted my neighbor, who's a friend of mine, to let her know, and she's kind of watching things too. And so the police officer leaves, but the car stays. And the car stays for at least, I would say, another hour after. And I'm just perpetually looking out the window upstairs to see if it's still there and what it's doing. So finally, some time passes, and then I call the dispatcher, or the police department back, and I speak to the same dispatcher because she recognized me. And I said, I'm just calling to see if I can get a status on what happened. Like, what was the result of that conversation or the police coming by? And she said, oh, well, the police officer reported that when he came to look for the car was no longer there. And I was like, that's not true. The car was there, and I actually watched the police officer have the conversation with the person. I didn't hear everything, but I know that they spoke because I was upstairs looking out the window. And she was kind of like, okay, hold on a second. So she puts me on hold, comes back and tells me that the police officer that went out is gonna call me back when he finishes up with the current dispatch call that he was on. So I say, okay. I think another 30 minutes or so passes, and I go back before I like try and just go to bed for the night. And by this point, it's like midnight. And I go look out the window, and the car at this point is gone. So I'm like, okay, it's gone. I can turn the lights out and just kind of try and go to sleep, go to bed. And the police officer then calls and says, oh, yes, I made the call. There were actually two people in the car. I thought it was an older Nissan Pathfinder, but it was an older Acura. There were two people in the car, a male and a female. The female lives in the complex. The male is her boyfriend, and they were just in the car talking because they wanted to get away from her family. And so that's what it was. So I was like, okay, thank you. They've since left. Thank you for letting me know. And then he hung up. Now, I just was really annoyed with how that was handled, and it made me lose like a little faith in my local police department, because I don't understand why when I called to get the status of the call, I wasn't just told, oh, this was the situation. Like, the specific information that police officer had just given me, I don't know why the dispatcher initially said the police officer states when he went there the first time, or when he went there, the car wasn't there, because that just was not true. The police officer spoke to someone. So I don't know why they said that, and it's a little concerning, but I'm glad I did it. I don't have any regrets. Like, when I called for the follow-up, I told the dispatcher, like, look, I mean, it's a little unnerving to be a single person living here, and someone is sitting outside of your condo in a car that's just sitting there, and you don't know why and you don't recognize it. So I'm glad I did what I did, and I'm even more glad that it was nothing serious. So that was my little quote-unquote scare over the weekend. But yeah, so the day, what have we done? Promotion practice, and I've just let the kids have some free time. When my prep period is over, my homeroom class will be back, and they will enjoy some kind of free time, because we'll watch the weekend wrap, and then they'll have some free time, because that's all I can do at this point. So that's what's up. I'm gonna check my emails, look at what else is going on for the week, because I feel like I have a bunch of random things going on. And that's it. So exciting times over here. Good evening-ish. It's Tuesday. It's 5:09. I'm home. I've been home, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 minutes. I wish I could show you what I did in class today, but let me tell you what we did. We did promotion practice. That took a couple hours. They had a class party with Miss Lawrence's class and mine. I mean, it wasn't super organized, but they just brought snacks and whatever. We let them go in between the classes, and that little class party evolved into a lot of different things. I had kids that were playing their little made-up basketball game that they created out of like a squishy basketball, some milk crates, and some stools, and they really entertained themselves with that for a very long time. Miss Lawrence's classroom turned into a dance club where they basically had the dance that they were intending to have on Friday. All kinds of music was played. At one point it was salsa or like Latin music being played. I monitored the basketball game. At some point I need to clean my camera because I keep running out of memory. Just a lot of different things going on. Kids just passing the time. Essentially today, again, just really babysitting, running a day camp almost is what it felt like. So there was nothing to show there. Tomorrow morning, or tomorrow's gonna be rough. We have to be at school at like 6:30 in the morning because there's an awards breakfast. I think it should be an awards evening, but what do I know? I'm new to the whole process. But they get, like, some kids are getting awards at this awards breakfast where breakfast is actually not being sold or served before school, and then we have promotion practice, and then there's a staff versus students softball game. I don't play in those things. I'm not athletically inclined in that way, so I told someone I am a spectator, not a participator. I spectate, I don't participate, and that's it. In class tomorrow, we're just going to share the rest of the awards that kids get but don't get at that award ceremony, and then do like class favorites, and basically, again, just make sure the kids stay alive and they don't hurt each other. So that was the day. Right now I am cooking dinner. It is Green Chef, of course. Today it is cheesy, hold on, let's let it focus, cheesy pesto chicken bowls. That's their version. Here's what I'm in the process of preparing. I'm working on the zucchini right now, and I am just doing that right now, and then hopefully when it cools off, not hopefully, I will, when it cools off, I'll take Riley out on his WALK, because right now it's too hot. It's got to be like close to 90 degrees, so I'm gonna wait until it cools down, but I'm gonna get this cooked and ready to go. So that's really it. Nothing else has happened extraordinarily. My eyes, like this eye still just kind of itches. The inside of my nose is still going through it. I just want a normal nose. Oh, but the big news, I don't even think, did I say this yesterday? My brother and his wife, I think I did mention this. Tomorrow's the big day. She's gonna be induced. She has, according to measurements, has a very large baby girl on the way. Ricky said that the baby is measuring in the 90th percentile. So they're doing a C-section just to be cautious and safe. That was the doctor's strong recommendation, and they are taking that. So I just got off the phone with him and asked him, you know, did he realize and was he appreciating the fact that he has, these are his last hours of being just totally child-free, being able to run his life how he sees fit, and not being held to what his daughter is going to need. So he was saying that he was just enjoying it, and that he just kept like thinking about that throughout the day. And I think him and his wife Cynthia are gonna go to dinner tonight as one last hurrah before their lives are taken over by a baby. So my arm is getting tired. I'm gonna keep cooking. I probably will not actually check in after this. Maybe I'll take some footage of me walking little Riley Roo, little Riley Roo, and that would be it. So I think I will be able to check in with you at some point tomorrow, but tomorrow is busy and I do have a hair appointment after work. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. I'll probably just have her wash it and just put it up for a promotion, and call it a day. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. It is 7:05. It is the last day of school. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. First and foremost, not that the words that I'm about to say are going to fix anything that needs to be fixed. But if you are a teacher in Texas, if you are a teacher in general, if you are a parent of a child that is in the public school system, my thoughts and prayers are with all of us, because the fact that teachers can't teach in a school and students can't learn in a school without having some element of fear that these things will happen to us in terms of gun violence is ridiculous. Yesterday, so I mean, I want to say that for sure. Yesterday was not a good day. I have nothing positive to say about yesterday, and it's not even the kids. Like, the kids had nothing to do with it. It's just exhausting working in an environment where things are disorganized and they don't have to be. And that's all I'm going to say about yesterday. Today is promotion. I am here dressed, getting ready to go to the field to wipe down chairs, because that's something that I guess that we have to do. And I'm just gonna check in now to say good morning. I probably won't check in till a bit later. And I'm just frustrated because the lighthearted feeling that I normally have on the last day of school, I don't necessarily have right now. And I feel like I could have it if things were just operating in a more organized manner. So I gotta go clean chairs. So good morning. Pray that the last day of school goes better. I'm really excited to see the kids and all that. It's just the logistics of things being ran right now that is frustrating, not the kids. But I'll see you guys soon. It is 9 o'clock at night. I am still wearing what I wore for promotion, and I haven't even eaten dinner yet. But where's my remote? The good news is things got better throughout the day. The promotion ceremony for the most part went well. It was hot. It's outdoors. We have no shade sitting outdoors. Everything that I was supposed to do was done. It went smoothly. There was a bit of an altercation at the end of it between two parents, but I didn't even know about it till after the fact. The only thing that struck me as I wish it were different at the middle school level with promotion, at least at my site, is when I did 5th grade and they had a promotion ceremony, the parents would be able to come back to the classroom, sign their child out, and then during that time they can get the pictures they wanted or whatever. Whereas this, the parents were not allowed to come off the field onto campus. And so it just was kind of frenzied, and it made it so that there were more kids that just kind of were gone, and I never got to say what I felt like was a proper goodbye or acknowledge them. I did say some words to them yesterday, which I'm glad I did, because I just knew that promotion days are hectic, and even at the 5th grade level where parents can come back to class, there was always like 1 or 2 kids that I just never saw, and their parents I never saw. So I made sure to say the things I wanted to say to my classes collectively yesterday. But it would have been nice to be able to see them today. You know, the kids were really sad, and I think, you know, I was surprised by some of the kids that were as sad as they were, or feeling as, I don't know if nostalgic is the appropriate word, but just realizing like, wow, I'm done with middle school. I'm not going to see these teachers anymore. Some of these kids I may not see anymore because they're going to different high schools. And I think some of them were surprised by how emotional they got. They were very sincere and sweet. I took a lot of pictures. I got a lot of cards. I haven't had a chance to read those yet. So all in all, it was good. And then I did what I had to do to check out. And then I forced myself to socialize. It's not that I'm antisocial, but this staff is very large, and there's a lot of people that I either don't know or I don't know well. And there are some people that what I know of them makes me a little leery to kind of spend too much extra time with them outside of the workplace. That wasn't the case with the people that I went and hung out with today right after school. So we went out and had like lunch, and then we went to the staff thing after that, and I just kind of talked to the same group of people. And then I came home. And then I had to go back to school because I realized I have a training tomorrow and I needed a TE. And then I went out and got some gas and bought myself a nice dinner to eat. I'm allowing myself to have some pasta tonight. Some shrimp scampi pasta, some dessert. I'm gonna do that with no guilt because this is a celebratory meal. And then we'll get things back on track with eating right and trying to stay fit tomorrow. So as far as the baby's doing well. They're still in the hospital. And that's it. So I'm really hungry. I'm really tired actually. So I'm gonna say goodnight. I I mean, I finally made it through an entire year of middle school with the same group of kids, and that is an accomplishment in and of itself. I'm hoping that the next school year is a normal year, as normal as it can be. There's some changes to the team that I'm working with that I think are positive changes, and that should bring about like a more positive work experience. I've now seen end of the year activities at the 8th grade level, and I have started a document where I took notes on like the things that just could have been better if we had worked better at planning things. And I definitely plan to whip that out at the end of the year next year. And just I'm looking forward to a fresh start. And you know, working with Taylor this year has been great, and I am glad to work with her again. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say besides I'm hungry, I'm ready for a shower, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I have some training, an appointment of some sort, I can't remember what, and I'm hoping that we get to see the baby in person tomorrow, because hopefully they'll be released from the hospital, so we shall see. But I will talk to you then. Hello, it is Friday, May the 27th. It's about 11 o'clock. I just finished my TCI training, which is the social studies textbook that we are adopting next year. That was from 8 to 11, and it's not even 11 yet, it's 10:59, so it finished not very early, but a few minutes early, and I now officially feel like I'm on summer break. I have someone coming to inspect my condo at 3, but that's not anything that I have to do. I do have a planning day next Tuesday, but I'm on summer break. So to celebrate, I'm getting ready to go get my first Starbucks of my summer vacation. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna eat something. My sister should be here any minute now. She's driving out, she has time off. She came out to see the baby and spend time with family. They're being discharged from the hospital today, and Marie is doing fine. And so hopefully we get to see her today. But that's really it. I just am here to say hello, to start the day, let you know I'm going to get my first Starbucks of the summer, and let you know I feel like I'm on summer break, and it feels great. So that's it. All right, it's 8:11. It's hours later. My sister's here. She got here soon after I talked to you guys. And we've done a bunch of nothing. She's been doing homework. I've been watching TV. Ricky and Cynthia, his wife, are home with the baby, Emery. We don't get to see the baby today. Cynthia's a little tired. My parents are there because they were watching the house while they were away. So they got to see the baby, and Mimi and I will go tomorrow morning. They're probably gonna do visits and shifts because, you know, Cynthia had a C-section, she's tired. So I'm just here really to close the vlog for the week. We just picked up dinner. I got Cheesecake Factory. I'm trying to be healthy because I have some leftover dessert from last night. So it's the steak. It has steak, asparagus, and mashed potatoes. So I'm going to eat that and watch something on TV and just relax. My first day of summer, I think I've said this before, I always have like anxiety for the first few days because I'm just not accustomed to just having oodles of free time with nothing really that I have to do. So I've been a little anxious today, but I'm gonna get over that. So if you enjoyed this week's vlog, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of you do want to see vlogs over the summer, so I will definitely try and do that. Again, I don't know how frequent and regular that they will be. So if you haven't turned on the notification bell, make sure you do that, because we are now in summer. And like always, I hope that you are well, and if you're not well, please be well, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the next vlog. Until then, see you later. Bye.